Good morning. Good morning. What does everyone think of the wall? Look. I'm so happy with that. So happy with that. So as Jim was showing me there, this is a bird's beak joint, I believe, in the mortar here. And I like that because we wanted this sort of old brick looky thing. If you did the pointing like flush with that, it'd smear into it. So that looks lovely. I think I'm really happy with that. It's coming along. So as you can hear downstairs, we're going around the basement with a pressure washer, just getting off all the little bits that are just loose and all the rest of it, going around and really preparing all of the walls as to the best we can, like going around making sure everything's super clean, super tidy, and then we can start with the primer and spraying the first waterproofer on. But it's one of those jobs where it's all in the prep, so you've got to really make sure that everything's spot on. So I've just gone downstairs and put a valve on. You know, we brought in the pipe from the shed back, so I've just put a valve on downstairs, so that means they don't have to keep hosing it from up here now. They've got a water point downstairs, which is better. I'm just going to take some bits of wood off out the back of the light well and get that all tanked. So just around here, I'm just going to be taking these bits of batten off, and then that's it then. So the walls are prepped, and we're just going to waterproof all of that. Woohoo! It's coming on. Hit that minute. I need to get my tools out again. Always get my tools out. Right, so I'm just testing this pump. We're just filling that up now. The float switch is there. Because I put a plug on it, got that plugged in, hopefully it should be pumping out now. Ugh, let's have a little look. I thought it was coming out, it ain't coming out yet. A few moments later. There we go. Whoa! There we go. Once the lid's on, that'll be fine.
So quick.
That is powerful. Awesome, mate. Well, at least we know that works.
You should know when it comes on.
Yeah, could you hear it? Glug, 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 glug.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. I've got to ask them about that, if it's supposed to be like that. So, let me show you what I'm doing with this. So, we're just prepping everything at the moment like that. And around the perimeter of the basement, so all the way around, it's not, don't worry about this internal wall, that's just going to go through there, around the back of that wall, through there, round and out. And it's going to be this stuff here. So that's the channel. So how we've decided to do it is we left this slab that much, 50 mil too short. So what we're going to do is we're going to prep all the walls first and the floor with the waterproof tank in. That's going to go round everywhere. So that creates it like a little bucket. And then this is the type C waterproof. So what it'll be is that will go down like that on the floor. You'll have the membrane that will come, sorry, it tucks down behind the membrane. So the membrane tucks down first. Then we put this up against it, up against the membrane. And then we concrete up to here. And then another membrane goes on top of that concrete. But this has to go through there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill some core holes through here, big 5-inch core holes, because on the first type A waterproofing with the where we spray on the waterproofer, you then have to do like a mortar mix on like at the bottom, like a silicone joint, but with a special mortar mix. So I've made that a bit bigger, and then I've cut a bit 4-inch pipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that mortar mix and like trowel it inside the hole, and then we'll get a perfect waterproof bead inside the hole as well as outside. So it should work. So let's get these drilled. So like, given my dad was going around with a pressure washer, it's cleaned everything off much better. Still some bits of puddles here and there. We're trying to sweep it down the hole. So I went and got this out my lockup and some wellies. Cordless vac from Metabo. So it just goes out, it's just going to get all the little tricky bits out, which is good. So whilst that's doing that, I'm going to get on my core holes done. I started, but where these walls are obviously saturated, I started core drilling that. It was getting a bit bitty, like it was just biting up a bit too much. So I was waiting for Dad to finish with the pressure washer. So now I can borrow the hose, because I will bring another hose when I go back to my house. So when I'm back Monday, I'll get this done. But at the minute, I just want to put that on there, close it off. Now what that will do is that will water feed the water in, and it will kind of wash out the grit rather than just bite up. It's exactly what I need it for, and I've just put my power up here because it's going to get a little bit wet. So put that there, and then I can start core holing this out a lot more efficiently than what I was before. So that was that I was telling you about. I've put on this fitting was ridiculous, man. It was like 30 odd quid just to go from this protector line stuff onto copper. What's a joke? So I'm just going to turn that on. Now we've got water down here, which is a lot better. So now I can start drilling. Oh, that was a lot quicker with the hose. What do I look like? Have I got any splashes on my face? Don't know if I have or not. Yeah, makes a bit of a mess. Dad, you got it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, now that's core drilled out, I'm going to actually chop off that corner with my Kango, and then essentially with my trowel I'm going to make that back up again with the mortar mix. So that little bit in there, I'm going to break that off, and then I'm basically going to mortar mix that in. So that'd be good. And then round here, I think we've got a bit of a return here, so we're going to come round and then round again. And then there, it's going to come round and then tee off into that. So I've got that one to do, got that one to do, that one to do, and that one to do. So I've got 4 holes. So we better get started. I can actually see a little dot, I think, on my nose. Come on there. So it's the first time I've used this. This is the AC88E compressor from Refina. And we've just got that up. There's a dog crying downstairs. Dad's just primering the walls now. Here, Dad. Show what you did. There we go.
Good,
like that. I'm going to saturate the walls in all this primer. It's a TG500. I'm going to mix up a bit of this, and then, as you can see, we're going to fill the head up and then spray it on like that. It's going to be good. So I'm just going to come and have a look at this now. I want a massive shout out to Refina. They got me these buckets, so we've got a big mixing tub there. We've got a nice pouring bucket here with how many litres inside. This is exactly what we need, because I believe we need 7 litres, there's 7 of cold clean water and 2 litres of this stuff. So it's a 2:7 ratio when on a sprayer. If you're painting it on, I believe it's a 6:2 ratio. So I need 2 litres of that, 7 litres of water, pour it in there, and then put a whole bag of this stuff, whole bag of that in there, and then we mix it up for 3 minutes. And then we can start pouring that into the hopper head and spraying it on. So I'm going to start getting this prepped. And then hopefully soon, Dad will have this all primed down here. And once he's finished priming all that, we give it 15 minutes, and then we can start spraying it on. But once I mix this up in there, I believe we've got 45 minutes to use it. So let's get cracking. This is the Eibenstock megamixer. I love this. There's a little attachment there. So this is the disc stirrer that we needed for this particular job. You can't use anything, you have to use a disc stirrer. And on this, you just lift that up and then that pulls out. Quick release, which is brilliant. And also it gives you that little bit longer. You have to bend over so you don't hurt your back. So it's made by Eibenstock. More wicked bit of kit that is. It's got 2 speeds on there. There you go, 2 or 1. You can get that going. So as I said, we need 7 litres of water, 2 litres of bonding emulsion. Chuck that in there, then a full bag, and then we get mixing. You start mixing a little bit, get it mixed together, then you set a clock for 3 minutes and get going. So let's get that going now. So, just made a quick start on that one. It's more practice, really. We did the horizontal coat everywhere, and then we'll come back Monday and we'll do the vertical coat everywhere. I realised I could probably, if I stood a bit further back, probably do a bit thinner, but nice little start. And we'll just use the excess on the floor there. You can see where it finishes about there. But that's 1 layer waterproofing done, isn't it, Dad? Happy workers, happy weather. We like it. Right, see you Monday.